tied to that, right? Reproductive protections and the Family Medical Leave Act. The United States is one of only 7 member nations that does not pay some level of paid time off for new parents, right? Only one of 7. And even when you can look at the map, even when you look at the map state by state, right? Because while the location centric, legal system that we have in place for these laws is a problem to organizing, it also, on the other side, does in some ways allow states to enact, more strict laws than what we have as the federal baseline. But when we look at this map, what we see is that states aren't doing that, right? Um, Very, very few states have enacted their own uh, paid parental leave policies. The United States federally has no policy. The dark blue in this map are states that have it already enacted. The light blue are ones that, at the time of the making of this map in 2022, had passed laws that were not into effect yet, right? And while we do see some of the, the states that are considered more progressive, California, Washington, New York, having these things, there are also major progressive states like Illinois and Minnesota that do not have any protections. In Illinois, we just in the last year or so passed a law, which is where I'm from. We just in the last year or so passed a law that said uh, all workers must get 5 days of paid sick leave. Right, that's as far as we've gotten in completely Democratic controlled Illinois. Right, we have a Democratic governor who's considered one of the most progressive in the country, and we have super majorities of Democrats in both our House and our Senate. Yet we have no paid family leave, and it does not seem like it's coming. Um, so we don't have paid family leave. What we do have federally is the Family Medical Leave Act, the FMLA. It provides certain employees with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job protected leave per year. It applies to all public agencies, all all public and private elementary and secondary schools, companies with over 50 employees. These employers must provide an eligible employee with 12 weeks of unpaid leave each year. There's a few reasons, like the birth of a child, the placement of a child for adoption or in taking on a foster child, the immediate medical care of a family member, like a spouse, a child, or a parent. And they have to be able to take the leave take this medical leave when the employee is unable to work because of their own health condition, right? And so these protection, the FMLA, means that they have to maintain your health benefits. They don't have to pay you, but you have to keep your health insurance going, and they have to protect your job upon your return. One thing that I just learned in the last couple of days is that if, for example, there's a spouse, there are 2 spouses, they work at the same business and they have a child, they do not both get 12 weeks. If both partners work at the same employer, they have to split the 12 weeks. So that's one of those asterisks. Antonino says, one thing that really irritates me is that ageism is okay against younger people because they are not a protected class. Absolutely, right? We go back to that previous slide. Age is only protected under 40. So young people can be discriminated against for being young people. It's only when you get over 40 that you get, that kind of protection. That the ageism protection only applies to the high end of the spectrum, not the low.